A very good evening to you and welcome to Covero, the biggest platform for discussions around the Nigerian political issues. My name is Godwin Sunday. Nigerian security challenges continue to evolve and increasingly global dynamics are playing a role in shaping local realities, from intelligence sharing to military cooperation. The involvement of international partners, particularly the United States, has added a new dimension to the fight against terrorism and insecurity. But what does this intervention truly mean for Nigerians' homeland security? Does foreign support strengthen operational capacity, or does it raise concerns about sovereignty and long-term independence? Are threats becoming more complex? The balance between local control and international collaboration has it become even more critical lately? Well, the question that is even begging for answer is how effective are these partnerships and what impact do they have on security outcomes across the country? Now, tonight on Covero, we will examine insecurity and the impact of Americans' intervention on Nigerians' homeland security. Well, joining me tonight is Professor Ibrahim Abubakar, who is a security expert, and also Ambassador Wali Abdullahi. And together we'll be putting all of these issues to rest tonight. Please stay with us as the conversation begins immediately after this break. Welcome back. Well, with me right now is Professor Ibrahim Abubakar. Professor, delight to have you on Covero.
Yeah, good evening, viewers, and thank you for having me.
Well, Prof, it has been 5 months since American decided to intervene in assisting Nigeria in the fight against terrorism. But looking at the level of insecurity right now, what do you make of the security situation in Nigeria, and have there been significant improvements in all ramification?
Well, we have to look at the stages of the American involvement. What is actually the stages of the involvement? What is the cost of engagement? What parameter of engagement do they have with the Nigerian government or the security apparatus? These are the aspects we have to look at first before going further to act whether the engagement has successfully done something or not. Right from the beginning, I am of the opinion that America is not coming here to do anything for us. Rather, we are opening our pot of worms for the foreigners to look at. And that is exactly what has happened whatsoever. The Americans cannot actually come to build a standard that you never had. Instead, they are going to cost more harms and damages than what we have on the ground. And you can see it playing. And it will continue to play.
So, Prof, are you saying that the intervention of America and the involvement of Americans and troops on the Nigerian soil, homeland security did not add any value to a Nigerian security architecture?
No, it will not have any value because Nigerians don't know what they possess. You must know your potentials. You must know your value system. You must know your designs before you look for the engineering. You can't know, you must have an ailment for a doctor to diagnose, for it to look for a cure. We didn't look at all these things before we bring in American. And American has their own agenda. Over years, not today, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, not 30 years ago, not 40 years ago, America has their agenda on Nigeria. And we now have the open door for them to actually achieve their aim. And they are achieving it.
But the mere speech by Donald Trump alone sent some form of shockwave to the camp of the terrorists. To a very large extent, we saw the decline in kidnapping, we saw the decline in banditry activities across the country. You're saying at this point that it had little or no impact on the Nigerian security.
Just a week or two ago, what has happened in Katsina and Kebbi State is that what has Donald Trump done about that? And what are the security, the Americans done about it?
But the Sokoto intervention was a well-planned activity that was able to at least forestall some form of peace even in Nigeria.
No, the Sokoto intervention is just like we want to know what is in Sokoto.
So you were saying that
the American agenda is there. You can't hide.
So it is not necessarily for defense,
no,
but to explore Sokoto to understand if there are natural resources or something. Is that what you're saying?
You have to create vulnerability. So by doing that, you have to create empathy and fear. And that is what they have succeeded in doing in Sokoto. Our intelligence network is not classical. It is woven. So it takes somebody who is adequately trained, equipped to understand where the Americans are heading to and their reason for heading towards such direction. We don't have that capacity. We don't have that capability. That is what is our problem.
Interesting. Well, the former Minister of Youth and Sport, Solomon and Dalong, have come out to say that made a remark that the American intervention on counter-terrorism, particularly in the fight against insurgency groups such as the Boko Haram, is further worsening the security, the whole security threats and insecurity in the country. But then help us understand, how correct is this statement?
Well, I'm not ready to quote him as Solomon Dalong because he was a former minister and the rest, and he has his own template of informations. But the truth is that the situation gets worse and it's going to get worse than this from the next few weeks or few months.
Well, Prof, when you talk like this as a security expert, it seems as though you're spelling doom. We are prophesying doom for the country, and we're becoming like a prophet of doom generally, even across the board. But Prof, looking at the effort of our security personnel, we've just seen what happened in Borno State just some couple of days ago in Jelly, if I'm correct, and we've seen about the efforts have come out to say that they were able to the airstrike that it was targeted in a particular location that they have a lot of bandits and a lot of Boko Haram personnel. But looking at all of this put together, are our security personnel not winning this war against insurgents?
Well, the Air Force has any right to tell us, but who verified those information? They gave us information, yes. Who has verified those information? How do we know whether it is Boko Haram camps or not? Or some innocent people we're dealt with? Can anybody give us a verification? Is there any other agency that has come out to tell us that the Air Force has done it and was well done?
Well, we don't have all of those information.
Or the press.
But the Air Force have come out to categorically state
that is the Air Force.
That it was a well planned and well delivered.
You see, where we are getting it wrong in the policing network is somebody will come and tell you he's an intelligence officer. The same person tell you that he's a detective. The same person is telling you he's an investigator. There are 3 dimensions to these classifications. Either on the undercover network or whatever network it is, an investigator is not an intelligence officer. A detective is a different person entirely under the training and framework of security. But here, we put all of them together: a detective, an intelligence officer, an investigator. And that is why we don't question when they say there is an intelligence report. And when the intelligence report, nobody question an intelligence report in Nigeria, because it's not verifiable and it is not even detailed enough. So we have a right to train our detectives, our investigators, and our intelligence officer to build up to modern system of security.
Well, Prof, in Katsina State right now, we have incident where the insurgents are asking for 700 cows and 1,000 sheep, and threatening several communities that if they don't get this, giving the communities 7 days ultimatum that if they don't get this. Looking at all of this right now, can we say that Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria, is really safe?
Well, for now, because we don't have a design, we cannot say we have a security architecture, because we have not gotten that a good template to follow. We cannot say we are on the right track. Till the day we get to the right track, we will be facing what we are facing. The Nigerian system and the Nigerian security apparatus are not working in line on how or think of a way out of what we are facing today. And when you are not a deep thinker, you cannot practice security. So where are these people coming from? Why are they making these demands? Who is actually behind these demands? What is the focus point? How did you prevent this from taking place? These are not the areas they are thinking of. So they have a right because I demanded for this and I got it, and I demanded for that and I got it. They have a right to do whatever they are doing because there is no preventive measures. There are absolutely no security laws, there is no security principles, there is no security concept, because all the people who are in the helms of affairs, leadership of security, know less than nothing about security, apart from what they read from some certain books, who are authored by those who are not practicing. So these are the problem we are facing. Until these problems are ironed out, which is very easy to iron out, but who is ready to hold the bull by the horn? Nobody.
Well, Prof, looking at America's intervention for a lot of Nigerians right now, of course, we've just spoken about Solomon Dalung, who has come out to also say that the American intervention is further worsening the insecurity. I believe a lot of people also share in this opinion. But then, as a professional, do you agree with the submission that America's intervention in Nigerians' homeland affairs is what is escalating into what we're seeing right now. A lot of insecurity in a lot of broader part of the north right now.
Yeah, it is going to get worse, and I said so, and I maintain it. When I first spoke to you, I said it's going to get worse by the weeks or by the months to come because of the situation we find ourselves.
Due to the American intervention?
Yes, because of the rules of engagement. What are they actually doing here? Are they here for some preventive measures? Are they here under protective security? Or they are here for their own personal agenda? So what is their own agenda? Has our security undercover been able to know what is the American agenda and why they are here?
So, Prof, doesn't it seem as though that the Boko Haram perhaps are scared, and the insurgents are scared of the Americans coming into Nigeria and interfering in Nigeria's affairs, and as such, they are trying to even carry some form of reprisal attacks on the people? Is this what it is?
If you say they are scared and afraid of the Americans, would the same people offer threat to people? That if you don't give me this, you don't give me that. These are people that the farmers in Sokoto, in Kebbi, in Zamfara, in Katsina, all pay them dues and tax, if you like, call it tithe. They are not hiding under any cover. If you want to go to your farm, pay me this. If you still want to move freely, you pay me this. So they are not afraid of American. As far as they are concerned, America has no existence. And America has their own agenda. So what is the America agenda in Nigeria? I want to give you an example. Liberia and Sierra Leone were at war. These are countries that America gave independence to. America did not intervene 1 hour, 1 single hour, because they never had any agenda. They are not going to benefit. So what is the interest in Nigeria? What is their interest here?
Well, Prof, for a lot of Nigerians right now, especially on the social media, are calling for some form of American presence and American military base, even in some part of the country right now. Is this the right step in the right direction?
America has
looking at Nigeria, talking about insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria. It has been almost more than a decade in the country, beginning from Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's administration, who see it play out throughout President Buhari's administration, and right now President Tinubu. It has become like a norm for insecurity to bedevil the north. And Nigerians are calling for military base of America, even in the north. But then, from a professional angle, is this the right step in the right direction, going by the antecedent of insecurity?
I don't see any reason why we are saying Americans should have a military base in Nigeria, when they already have 175 bases in Nigeria. Undercover base in Nigeria. So what other security bases or military bases are we talking of? You want them to show that this is an American base. And where has America has a military base in the world and there is peace in such society? They should give me one country where America has a military base and there is peace in such society. So why are we calling for something that we know will affect our today, our tomorrow, and over again.
So should we subscribe to the daily killings in the northern part, unreported killings? Should we subscribe to this, or we should further call for foreign intervention?
We shouldn't call for foreign intervention.
We should rather embrace the killings.
We don't need to, we are not embracing the killing. Nobody is embracing any killing. But the security practitioners have to sit down and redesign our system and build a security stronghold for these killings to stop. No foreigner has any better agenda, better status, better understanding than you. If I tell you today that I am coming to fix your house, I am joking, because I don't know where the holes in your house are. There are information you are going to keep to yourself. So also, if you would think that one foreigner will come and fix Nigeria, then we are joking. But just as I always say, it really don't take more than 6 months to 1 year to fix the problem of Nigeria security-wise, if we are ready.
So as it stands right now, we are not ready.
We are not ready.
But Prof, recently we've seen the death toll across the country keep rising. At first it was on a geopolitical zone. Right now it is going to state-based, then to the various subnationals and the local governments. The death toll keep rising. Communities keep bleeding. As it stands right now, the numbers keep increasing almost on a daily basis. You saying at this point that Nigerians should not clamor for international support and also call for superpower if the need arise to be able to fix Nigeria, even though it's going to cost us a thing, then perhaps we can enter an agreement with these superpowers at a point that once they are done, they can probably leave the country. You're not seeing it from this light.
I am not seeing it from that light. Has America been able to face their own problem? Have they in any way called Nigerians to come and face their problem for them? Or any other nation?
But Americans have not experienced the kind of debts that we're experiencing right now.
Who told you?
The numbers keep rising. Subnational debts. I just highlighted subnational debts.
So also
we also have debts on a wide scale right now, Prof.
So also America also have their security challenges that has not been faced in any way. We have our challenges, and we need people who knows the value of human, who are the professionals to come and face these problems. Not American, not any other nation.
What if our tactics and our operations so far, operational mechanism have failed so far? Which we have seen also in recent times. We've changed defense minister over and over, and has not reduced the number of death toll.
One thing people don't know, what is the minister's job? A minister's job is to oversee a ministry on the privy of a president. That is why the president nominates a minister. A minister here is not the chief administrator of a ministry. Because of our ignorance and lack of understanding, we give veto power to ministers. Whereas it's not the chief administrator, it's not the chief accountant of the ministry. It's only having a supervisory power. In modern nations, A minister is not entitled to any form of security. He is entitled to a personal assistant and himself. But go to the bogus offices given to ministers with different escort vans and the rest, with different offices for special assistants, special advisors, chief of staff and the rest, meant for ministers. That's the kind of portfolio we have given to them. It's not supposed to be. So we have everything to do to change these narratives, to change these directions. We have to redirect ourselves.
Well, Prof, while you're speaking, I understand right now that we have the video of Governor Zulum, the Borno State governor, who sympathized with the people of Borno State. We'll take a listen, then we'll come back to the conversation.
This is one of the most surprising attacks that I've witnessed in the recent times. There is a need for us to also review our security architecture, because credible intelligence was received that these madmen were trying to attack this base for about 3 days. I wonder how such thing could happen. Chairman, are you aware? Anyway, I'm here to commiserate with you.
That's Governor Zulum of Borno State. His counterpart, Governor Mufwang, and of course Governor Alia, and a few other governors are right now trying to see what they can do to address security concerns in the country. We're still talking about security in the country. Please stay with us as the conversation begins immediately after this break. You're welcome back. Well, Ambassador Wali Abdullah, it's a delight to have you in Koreru.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's even begin the conversation with you this evening by first talking about your state, Zamfara State. First, by saying congratulations to the good people of Zamfara State for the governor moving to a new party, which is the All Progressive Congress. But then, so far, so good. What has been the security situation in Zamfara State? Has it experienced, has it witnessed any form of improvement so far, so good? Or are Zamfara people still paying bandits to go to the farms or their farms?
At first, I must have to acknowledge that your congratulatory message from you, either from the TV station, to either me in person or the Zamfara State people, I think that one should be addressed strictly to the governor, but not to the people of Zamfara State.
So it doesn't reflect the general will of Zamfara people?
No,
I thought the governor said he is moving because to align and centralize the state in order for him to reflect the will of the people and align the state with the center.
Okay, for those states that are in APC state, like Kebbi State, Sokoto State, those are APC states of the Northwest, Kaduna State as well. What good has it bring to the people of those states that the so-called governors claim to be part of the system in the center here? I've been in this TV station to talk about my governor when we were together in PDP then, because it's a man we so much believe in, but unfortunately he chose to go to the ruling APC, which is unfortunate, and I'm confirming to you here that was a sole decision by the governor, not to the general interest of the people of Zamfara State, because we have not seen any good of APC in Zamfara State. You talked about the security situation. In my local government, just day before yesterday, they killed over 40 people. In one village, they killed about 27. One other one, they killed about 15. One other one, about 9. Particularly in my local government. So we have not seen any good of this movement from, what do they call it, the PDP to the ruling APC. I think he did that at his own risk, because I can assure you the Zamfara State people are not with him. Because when he came on board, all the elites in Zamfara State, none of them was with him. But the people of Zamfara State stood their grounds. This is the man we want. Since the elite choose to go against him, we'll go with him. But now that he feels, by him aligning to the APC, that is the way forward for him, I think he has made a very great mistake, because I can assure you, by the grace of God, on the election day before 10, that man lost out the elections.
So you're saying at this point that Governor Dauda Lawal betrayed the trust
he did
of Zamfara?
Of course he did.
People.
Of course he did. Myself and you, we discussed this when we were at Global
And because
TV.
I recall when you said that the governor has integrity and they will not move from party A to party B.
Yes, you see, we Northerners, we believe in people based on what they told us, only when you prove otherwise. And that is the general teaching of both scriptures between Bible and Islam. Somebody came to you, he has not portrayed any bad behavior to you. He told you, this is me and this is who I am. And our prophets, both Jesus Christ and Muhammad, told us that to believe people, to have a rightful thinking of them, have a thought, positive thought of them. So we believe him. He said he has integrity, he has this, he has that. We believe him. We have no reason not to feel bad of that man, or to say, no, he is not what he said. We believe him. But unfortunately, now that he has proven otherwise, we have seen him, and by the grace of God, we show him, okay, you have betrayed our trust, and since you choose to, he has taken a cap of God and put upon President Bola Tinubu, because power is of the Lord. He gives power to whom he so wishes to. But he feels it's by him aligning himself to the APC, that is what is going to give him victory come 2027. Okay, let's see how it goes. But as for the security situation you have talked about, we have zero confidence in this his movement from PDP to APC.
But then people from the northern part of Nigeria have been happy that America have intervened in the whole security architecture. Of course, Prof has continually disagree with that position that American did not actually intervene.
What good has ever any American presence in any country? What good has ever brought to any country in the world?
I think you are sharing a position with Prof right now.
Let me dissect it this way. Recently, I'm sure, Prof, you must have seen that publication about 2-3 days ago that Americans said their citizens should move out of 23 states in Nigeria. They are not safe. For somebody who said he is here to strengthen your security situation, and he is now telling you they are citizens, not your own citizens, they are citizens to vacate, those states are not safe. What does that portray? Is it really saying good of those people? They are just here to implant what they want to implement, to achieve what they want to achieve. Simple. Which is unfortunate.
But then let me even bring this to Prof. Americans have consistently maintained that their intention is genuine when it has to do with the security of Nigeria. But Prof, looking at the activities of Americans so far, even with the discussion around the provision of security weapons and assistance and all of this and training mechanism, shouldn't we at least at this point give Americans some form of thumbs up for their intervention even to strengthen our security architecture?
What are you threatening? You threaten something that you are part of. Where do the so-called bandits get their arms and ammunition from? From your house or from your village?
Well, Prof, I can't say from my house authoritatively, Prof, but then let's ask a little bit rhetorical question.
So, I have asked you a question here. They granted independence to Sierra Leone and Liberia. During the crisis in Liberia and Sierra Leone, why was America not there? Why? So what is the interest of American on Nigeria? Do we think deeply, or we just accept anything that comes our way? We are only doing the hand of Esau, the voice of Jacob. That is what is playing out here.
So all the trainings and all the weapons are there, even supplying to
What
Nigeria.
form of training?
What form of training? It doesn't count for something?
What form of training are you talking of?
What training?
If we want to go into detailing, will you go to, I've said it, I said, will I come to your house and tell you the problem of your house? The answer is no.
But when the problem of your house is being identified by you and you cannot fix it, and an outsider have come to identify that problem in order for them to fix it by way of intervention. Now, I've mentioned before how they were able to dictate that of Sokoto, just the what they call the Christmas Day bonanza for Nigeria, and they were able to address insecurity concerns. In Sokoto.
I am coming. You said something about Meduguri, and you are now bringing Sokoto. And I told you, were this verified? It is for me to say one thing here and walk away, but was it verified? The military has actually done things that they are not supposed to be done by security concept principles and laws. The police has also done the same thing. But we are not pointing fingers here. We are looking for solutions. If that be the case, if we are looking at the policing network, which affect the military too, in defensive mechanisms, rules and laws, we have what we call the policing network. So let me not count the policing network, but let me go to the last chapter of the policing network, which affects everything. When I say policing, I'm also counting the military. Who is policing the police? It is the object of information you give to us that we take. In my little analysis, we have received security reports that are not verifiable. Meaning that somebody sit down in one office, cook up the reports and submit, and everybody play to it. Whereas the same thing happens. And nobody has ever told us that the report emanated from A, B, C, D. It is just an open report. So what kind of intelligence are you talking of?
Well, Prof, let me vote.
We have to differentiate intelligence from, you cannot, just as I said, you cannot be a detective, an investigator, and an intelligent officer. These are separate bodies and arms having different trainings and parameters of rule of engagement.
Well, Prof, let me hold your thoughts there, Prof. Let me come to Ambassador Wale at this point. You've mentioned the number of death toll in your community, your local government to be precise, in Zamfara State. And before you walked in, we've been having this conversation around Nigerians clamoring for American to further intervene in even coming up with some form of military bases in Nigeria. But then looking at this cry by a lot of Nigerians, shouldn't this be also the right step in the right direction, looking at what is going on in communities?
Who were those that were clamoring?
We've seen it on social media. If you put American intervention in Nigeria, you see a lot of Nigerians on various social media platforms giving you a thumbs up for Americans to come take over a security architecture, even in Nigeria. Shouldn't this be the right step in the right direction?
Those asking for...
Taking it from your local government, which you've told us you have about 25 deaths.
Nobody from any part of the northern part of the country who clamored for Americans to be engaged into Nigeria to address Nigerian security situations. I've seen you've just played a clip of what do they call it? Governor Zulu. Before now, the successes that man achieved in Borno State was as a result of the disengagement by his government to so many NGOs in Borno State. And most of them, those NGOs, have been funded by the West, majorly America and France. So what good has it brought to Borno State? It was when they exited, we asked them, okay, thank you. We are here to bring support, NGO, we are here to bring support to our people. And they are employing people, giving them, paying them so much money. What kind of NGO is that? So we know the stand of America. We know what the stand. We know their stance. Like I said earlier, there was never a country in Nigeria, or what do they call it, America, push themselves, because no country invited America to go to and say, please come and bring sanity to our people. Rather, they will extort you. They will inflict pain on your people.
But if they guarantee peace, and they guarantee long-standing peace that Nigeria have not enjoyed, are we saying we're going to deprive the people of this long-standing peace?
Oh, you are talking of Zamfara in particular, and I am from the north. All those people clamoring for Americans to come to Nigeria, right? Did you see any northern? I think there were only few people from either southeast there, and even those were biased. Those clamoring for America to come in was not holistic. They are biased about it. Most of them are saying IPOP, most of them are saying this one or that one. But we, in the northern part of the country, we don't want America to be engaged. Recently, the Sultan of Sokoto came. He categorically asked the president, what is rules of engagement by these American soldiers? What are they here to do? What training? We've not seen any of such. What are they doing here? Please, can you tell us? Can you make it clear to us? Look at the personality, like the Sultan of Sokoto, coming to ask the president, what are these people doing here? Had it been we've seen any good, the Sultan represents the North, whether anybody likes it or not. But he has not seen any good, because had it been he have seen any of such, he wouldn't have come and asked the president. I'm sure probably you are aware about that. So, what good has their presence brought to our people? So I don't see any good. If anybody is clamoring for Americans to come and rescue our people or bring so-called aid to our military are well trained. It's just that some people in the system choose to do what they feel is best for them. I wouldn't want to make mention of that here, but I think there is more to this than we can see here.
Yeah, most definitely. I wish we have more time to discuss, because a lot of questions are begging for answers. Of course, going through social media right now, I'm seeing quite a lot of comments coming in from various social media handle, but I've been signaled that it's time for us to go. So let's tag this to be the part one of this conversation, because we'll definitely look at this issue again and try to address all of this concern. But I want to say at this point, Professor Ibrahim, thank you so much for finding out time to be with us today.
Thank you too for having me.
Ambassador Abdullahi, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for
Guerrero.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, this is how far we can go tonight on the show. Do not forget that you can leave your thoughts, you can leave your comment on our various social media handle currently showing on your screen. And you can also download the Rapid TV app from your Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. My name is Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Do enjoy the rest of your night rest. Bye for now.